They are selling books.
Now there's this, he's terrible.
Be on the Real Housewives.
Yeah.
All
All right, how we doing?
She's trying to sell books, so it's gonna work.
right, I don't know.
Drag
Active.
my way around.
You're active now.
25.
Action.
Yeah. Was this episode 31 or 30?
I don't know. I feel like I missed a couple.
I will bet you
I
did.
thought about trying to reset the clock and start a new podcast channel, like, like that segment season 2.
Right. Yeah. That would be a good idea. Yeah. Come up with come up with the jingle and everything. Have like a whole intro.
We got Churps from the nest.
Right. Churps. Doing the mumble rappers to do it.
Alright,
So what we got going?
this is I'm drinking Otto's Concentrate.
Otto's Constant Dream. So from New Zealand. Okay.
So, I used to smoke Marlboro. I never thought Marlboro was smoking New Zealand. You're American.
Right? Okay. The label's into it.
This wine is delicious.
There you go. That's all you need.
You're happy.
So
That's it.
So
What else you think you're going to say? It's actually kind of a clever way to bring it in focus. To know that we are committed to bringing you great juice from all over the world. Original wine selected. It's weird to spaced out the lettering and stuff.
what is it like? Justified? Justified type.
That was what they call it?
Yeah. It's coming from the graphic design background, justified. Which is very hard to work with. Normally.
In what way is like?
Because
It's like working with it.
because you see the spacing, there's so much spacing there.
Right.
Which is like hard to read.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Throws you off.
Yeah, exactly.
You know if it's a pause or not. Is it,
Right.
Are we pausing? Is
Right.
there a period? Or is it-
Yeah. So what I learned in design school was just use justified type, very sparingly. Don't use it often. If you do use it, you have to make sure you know what you're doing.
Right.
Because
Because
or else like that. Right. Like if you had a couple of glasses of wine, that might look pretty good. So
Can get into details. See what's on his brain.
yeah.
Can I? No, I still can't get it in.
Have you tried it yet? How is it for you?
Oh, I like it. It's a
Yeah.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay.
It's white wine.
Yeah.
It's
Is it
crisp.
like smooth, crisp, buttery?
It's crisp.
Yeah.
There's no butter.
Yeah.
It's more minerally. Anything coming out of Marlboro or New Zealand.
Yeah.
I like New Zealand wines. New Zealand wine.
Yeah. I never tried a New Zealand one. I might try that one after, because that looks pretty good.
We had a mud house that she really liked. I
Yeah.
liked it too.
Yeah.
It's very minerally, crisp, sharp.
Right.
What you got there?
I got here a Piazzano. Piazzano. I gotta get that. Piazzano with the you got a elongate the O.
I feel
Yep.
like the label's like intentionally worn out.
Yeah, I was looking at the other bottle and the label is similar.
It's
Like
similar,
the
right?
rest.
It looks intentionally
Yeah,
worn, like it's been sitting around for a while.
Right. Yeah. Pretty simple label. It's like abstract, very geometric. This one is pretty good. Italian Chianti. Pretty bold. There's some tannins, but it's not like it's bold, but it isn't heavy.
You're coming on 16 years, 2017. It's one of our early birds here.
Yeah, this one is really good.
Anything like, to me, anything prior to COVID-19.
Right.
This is a time before time.
Right.
For the whole world, what the hell?
For the overall crazy. Yeah, it has some tasting characteristics here. Yeah, it's like it isn't super bold, but it is dry. So,
It's dry?
Yeah, it is dry. So you have you get the boldness and dryness. It doesn't feel too overpowering. It is super easy to drink. Yeah, I want to say it's too earthy. It's a bit peppery. initially, but once it hits your palate, you know, it kind of softens out.
Doesn't say much on it. Or, you know what? Can't read from Italian. That's weird.
Oh, is it? That's hilarious. Yep, it's all. Yeah, yeah. It's all in Italian.
I like that one of our wine sales reps, he's been going to Italy, and he explained to us that when you go to in Italy or a foreign country, all the labels, this is the front of the label.
Yeah, technically that's the front.
All the information is supposed to be out front.
Right.
Which is true, you would think so, right?
Right. When we go to the
But
store.
you come to America, you gotta read the back of the label.
Right. Yeah, this is the bag.
The story's in the back.
Yeah. Well, even here in America, this is technically the front of the label, and this is technically the back.
Right?
Yeah. But you know, if you get to the store, seeing that is not appealing. So you know, you have something.
No, it's only good for scanning barcodes.
Right.
Did we talk about your Italy trip? A little bit.
I think yeah, a little bit. Yeah, yeah.
You got
No.
a friend Paul's out there.
Yeah, our friend Paul, as you all know, Paul isn't here, so we're taking turns going to Italy. You know,
He's supposed to be on.
Marlene and Jovis might be next.
Right?
Yeah, that's on my to-do list.
Yeah.
Definitely on my bucket list.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear Paul's stories. He did more traveling around Italy than I did. He went to Cinque Terre and a bunch of other spots. He went to Florence, so.
I was like, did you was there like a language barrier there, or was there everybody speaking English?
No, yeah, no, there was no language barrier. I mean, you know, they speak Italian, but for the most part, most people speak English.
Right?
Yeah, yeah. So getting around was like super easy. And I think, you know, people speak English there because the UK, there's a lot of, you know, UK English people take a holiday in Italy.
Oh yeah, it's just coming down from Europe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for the most part, like people like spoke English out there. So it made it super easy to skate around and navigate.
I saw some video where they were teasing like years ago, maybe you went to Europe or other places and nobody spoke English. Whatever, you know, it would seem insulting, but now you go there, everyone's speaking English.
Yeah.
I was like, come on in.
I know.
Marlena when she went to Paris, this was 20 years ago. She told me that she went to like a fine dining restaurant and they were playing Dr. Dre.
Oh, really?
The new Eminem album.
Right.
Yeah,
A fine dining restaurant.
Yeah, they're playing American music, trying
Right.
to get Americans to come in and
Mm-hmm.
I guess feel comfortable
Right.
listening to gangster rap.
Right? You know, when you take a bump of escargot, you know.
I would.
Yeah.
That would have got me.
Yeah, when I was out there, like a lot of restaurants, they play American music. There was like one restaurant we were sitting next to, and they were playing like Earth, Wind, and Fire, they were playing The Temptations, they were playing like Bill Withers, and you know, they're just playing all American music. And then, you know, you usually have spots where they play like more traditional Italian music, but for the most part, it was super diverse. You know, you see people from all around the world there.
For my age group now, I feel like I can clearly hear them targeting our demographics of age and you know, music and marketing, you know, even in movies and even in kids' movies sometimes.
Yeah.
The little innuendos playing music for the parents, you know, that would be inside the movie. Definitely now, I'm hearing music that I haven't heard in 20 years or more.
Right.
That's all just coming straight through in commercials and stuff. And I'm like, what? It would never. That didn't get any radio play.
Right.
It would have never been on a commercial 20 years ago. But now,
Yeah.
here we are.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the industry is targeting the younger generation. Even, you know, now we have video gaming. Video gaming is huge now. You know, people on Fortnite, you know, all these online games, and so we have all these, you know, old songs that are like reaching like a new audience who thinks it's cool now. So, you know, it's like, you know, this whole recycling of fashion and music and everything.
Yeah, I think it's especially with the streaming. I think it makes it available, easy access to go back. You can easily go back. To me, music was like it was like a time lapse to me. Like, explain it. Like a new song comes out, but 20 years later you hear that song, it's gonna take you right back to that time
Right.
when you first heard it or used to rock out on it or whatever
Right.
it was. You can go back easily, so I always felt like it was like a time machine.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you know, there are songs where I listen to.
Some movies too. You
Yeah,
know?
some movies. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
definitely with music, I feel like
Mhm.
it's like a time machine. Like I can go back to. Oh, I remember that when it first came out,
Right.
and not realizing that it was already sampled.
Right.
It's sampled again.
Oh man, I know. It's funny like looking at a new artist and like, you know, you hear like a real old song, you just like, oh, that's where they got that from. Like I had no idea they got it from.
Yeah.
You know, some artists way back in the day, it's just like, dang, like yeah, a lot of music is sample. But going back to your point, how music is a time machine, like for me specifically, I remember when Jay-Z, going back to Jay-Z when he released the song "Death of Autotune," DOA. I was in St. Louis when that song came out, so when I hear that song, I think about St. Louis.
Yeah.
And like when I was with my cousin and my brother, we were just jamming around that night.
Yeah.
And like that song would just be playing, so yeah, DOA reminds me of St. Louis. It brings back those memories.
I get that.
Yeah.
For me, it was like rock music. Anything with Van Halen.
Yeah.
Something it just brings up my childhood memories of Colorado.
Yeah.
I lived in Colorado for a while.
Right.
But I went from like, I mean, we were listening to rap music out there and breakdancing, but it wasn't prominent. You know, I was mostly on rock,
Right.
listening to Mountain Crew, Twisted Sister. Of course, I was a big Van Halen fan. There was all the rock bands that were going on then. And then I came to California when I was 13. Came back actually. I was born in Berkeley.
Right.
Parents got divorced, went to Colorado when I was 5. I came back when I was 13. And I went from like Van Halen to like Run DMC. Like immediately, Beastie Boys. I was just immersed in rap music.
Right.
Completely into it. And then I had a stepbrother that would come from New York and he would bring us mixtapes. They didn't call it mixtapes back then, but he was basically recording the radio station.
Right. Yeah.
Recording the DJ radio station.
Right.
But it sounded like a mixtape, and he'd bring back that music, and it was all remixes of hip hop and music we haven't heard before. So it was like,
Right.
it felt very real and underground.
Right.
Even though it was like it existed, it just didn't exist here in California.
Right.
And then gangster rap took off.
Right. Yeah, that took off with the whole
Yeah, NWA.
NWA movement. Yeah.
Too Short. I remember, a stepbrother. We caught a bus, the 40, just like Too Short said.
Yeah.
On the 40th run, we caught the bus out to Eastmont Mall back then when it was a mall.
Yeah.
It was even declining back then, and we bought our first Too Short tape. It was Freaky Tales. The 6-minute song.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Damn.
And at that time, they shouldn't have sold us. We were underage. So
Yeah.
they like,
How
sold
old
us
were
all-
y'all?
We were like 15,
Okay.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was in I was barely a freshman or something.
Yeah.
Caught the 40 bus you catch from Berkeley. Take the east of it.
Right.
Ran down the Concord Boulevard.
Right. Yeah, man, I'm trying to think like my first like
It was the Foothill bus number 43.
the foothill. Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was the Foothill bus.
Take you to Oakland. Yeah.
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 But then, that was it, man. I started collecting tapes, and records, and music, and I wanted to be a DJ. Hip hop took over for sure.
Yeah. That's dope. Yeah, I'm trying to think like my first record. Yeah, my first record. I was a kid though, but like when I first bought hip hop like albums, probably like Outkast. I had the Outkast, 50 Cent. I had a couple of his CDs
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
But did you have an actual record, or just CDs? You were in the CD era by then.
Yeah, I was in the cassette. I was in the cassette CD era. Started off in the cassette, went to CDs, and then LimeWire. You never know what you're gonna get type of action, and then just full on streaming from there.
So I was into records, but I had a huge tape collection because we had Walkmans. We were walking around. with
Yeah.
Walkmans.
I remember Walkmans.
This was before the CDs came out. And I wasn't really a fan of the CD Walkman because that thing was skipped.
It was Skip, yeah.
You walked around with it. And then later on, I was like 20 or something. I finally got my first drum machine. Went out and bought a drum machine. It was $900 back then. That was like a lot of money for a drum machine. And, so I got started in music. I mean, the music was always around me. Dad was a drummer, but that's what like set it off for me. You know, like, it was like pop music. I'm gonna make rap music.
Yeah.
It hasn't stopped.
Yeah, I mean that was like the biggest like music genre in the world. You know, just like it really just took off. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try this Ottoman's Dream.
Okay.
It's free your mind. Should have had some of that. I'm gonna stay away from the reds. I feel like I'm crossfaded.
Yeah. Faded. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. It isn't too bold, so you know I feel like that. You know, with some wines like a cab, like you can really feel like the rush and like the boldness just kind of take over. But this one, yeah, it does. Yeah. I don't know what the alcohol is.
13?
Yeah.
Yeah, 13 is pretty small.
Yeah. 13.5.
I need 12s. I usually go on the 12s. Bubbles and stuff.
Yeah.
But the reds, oh man, I can feel it right away. I feel like I'm taking a shot. When I'm drinking whites, I feel like I'm drinking beer, you know, I can manage it. When I'm drinking reds, I feel like I'm taking shots.
A full shot.
Yeah, full shot.
Yeah.
You're supposed to sip it like cognac.
Yep.
We'll see. The world is on fire now.
Yep, the world's on fire. Sounds like an album.
Wasn't if it was not the weekly floods, like every week I see some new city, new town flooding with a hailstorm.
Right.
Record softball size hailstorms taking out cars.
Yeah.
Taking out everything. And then next 5 minutes later the cars are floating away.
Right. That was like, you know, a month ago in New York City when you had all that rain from the hurricanes and tropical storms. And just like
It's still happening.
Yeah, it's
I've
happening.
been tracking this guy's weather channel. Ever since the atmospheric rivers last year, I've been watching this guy's weather channel on YouTube, and it's pretty cool. And like now we're under one of this heat dome, and they're like, "Where does the heat come? Where is it?" And they're just like, they're saying it's just a bunch of compressed air.
Right.
And when you squeeze it, you know, it gets hot. So it's just saying, just because it's getting squeezed by all the cold air, it's coming out. Today's Thursday?
Yeah, today's Thursday.
It's 87 degrees
Right.
today, or so maybe it felt like 90.
It was hot today.
For Point Richmond.
For Point Richmond, it was hot. Yeah.
They're forecasting rain on Sunday.
I know. Yeah, I know. Right? It's like a dramatic cool, like a drastic cool down.
Sick dramatic change.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you know, we live in the Bay Area, so that's like, you know, this is our summer.
Did you get your earthquake alert?
I got the earthquake.
You got the app or the?
Yeah. No, I got the earthquake alert through Google, but I didn't feel anything.
Because wait, I think if you're on the iPhone, you get the app is there or something. But if you're on Android or something, it's a different.
Yeah, it's different.
Either way, I slept through both of them.
Yeah.
I slept through yesterday's earthquake.
Oh yeah, yesterday.
Outside Antioch.
Right.
I was up. I swear I was up for it. Maybe it did wake me up. But I was like, all of a sudden I was like, I don't know. Like 20 minutes ago, I was like, I think I was awake.
Right.
But maybe it did wake me up.
Right.
I didn't. But I did get I got the alert. But I didn't get like. Maybe my phone's on silence or sleep mode or something. I didn't get the full alert like I've gotten before. So that was yesterday at 9:30, and then they were supposed to do a test today, and supposedly it went off at 3 in the morning. They had the time zones wrong. Today was the test and drill.
Really?
Yeah. And so then yesterday they missed it, and they overestimated the quake. They sent out an alert. Duck and cover is a 5.7 coming.
Right. Yeah.
And then it ended up only being like a 4.2 or something. It got downgraded immediately.
Right.
But that's how they forecasted it. And then they were asking the earthquake app folks about it. They're like, well, did they get pre-warning or something or blah blah blah? And they were kind of like, well, it kind of came out 5 seconds after it started. So I'm like, 5 seconds could be a time lapse.
Right.
Which is happening. Then so last year, I guess it was last year, because we were opening this place and then we're still working on it, painting it and stuff. I was down here and I got an alert about the earthquake.
Yeah.
I got a loud alert, dude. I
Yeah.
fucking ran down the street like,
Right.
earthquake's coming. And I'm all up.
Right.
Nothing happened. It was like
Right.
a nothing burger.
Yeah. I remember getting that alert, and like that was the first time I got an earthquake alert.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, whoa. And then like literally, like it was pretty spot on. Like a minute later, like there was like some light shaking. It didn't do any damage.
Yeah, I didn't.
But yeah, the one yesterday, I got the alert. And so I was just like, all right, let me prepare. And then like nothing happened. Nothing happened. So, I'm from California. Like, I've experienced earthquakes. Like, they don't really scare me. Like, I know that people, earthquakes can cause a lot of damage, but for the most part, when earthquakes happen, I'm not all that worried. But I think having an earthquake alert makes me worried because I'm just like, all right, now I know an earthquake is gonna happen. Like,
Yeah, it's coming.
right, so it makes me more alert, which I don't like. So I kind of wish they didn't put those alerts out because then I could just be like, all right, that was an earthquake, let me just go back to what I was doing.
Yeah. We haven't experienced a major quake since I think we were 16. Simone Creator.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Took out the bridge and
Right.
Oakland Freeway. And then we were living in Hercules. We felt the Napa.
Yeah. Napa quake, that was strong.
Yeah,
I felt that
one.
here.
It felt like it was like far away.
Right.
It didn't feel like it was like directly on us. But
Right. That was still a big one. That was still a strong earthquake.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Some shit.
Right.
What was that? This weekend, I'm just going through my week, like I said, the world was on fire. Did you do anything for the solar eclipse?
No,
Did you make your way out? Or anything?
No. I wanted to check it out, but I didn't make it out.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't
It's too
able to
early.
see it. Yeah.
So I got up. I was up at like 8 a.m. I got up. I just happened to wake up. I didn't set my alarm. I was like, wait, the eclipse should be happening. I look out the window and I could see something was happening, right? It seemed like it was like dawn, but I was like misconception between the sun rising and that the sun was breaking through the clouds. It was
Right.
cloudy, right? So
Yeah,
I think
right.
something's happening.
Yeah.
So I grabbed my GoPro, jumped in the car, and I'm gonna go to Miller Knott, see if I can capture something. See, they're like 80%, clips. I'm like, I gotta see something.
Right.
That was nothing. It was
Right.
like a nothing burger. And then when I got back, I saw like more people were having. But I think the more exciting part was like the reflections. The shadows. I'm sorry. The shadows
yeah.
coming through the trees.
Right.
And then you can see an eclipse that way.
Right.
And the circles and stuff that were happening. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I thought about going out, but yeah, it was pretty cloudy that day, so I'm just like,
Yeah.
well, I'm not gonna see anything, so
Nothing happened.
right.
I think I saw more in the 2017 one. I went outside and everything turned red for a while. It felt like a sunset
Right. Yeah, I remember that one.
in the middle of the day.
Yeah, I remember that one. I was working in San Francisco.
And they were for the total eclipse.
Right. Yeah. Was that one wasn't a total eclipse?
No,
was it?
no.
Yeah.
There was one in Oregon.
Yeah.
It was a total eclipse, but I wanted to go, but I was like, I'm not gonna drive 9 900 miles or so for 30 minutes of activity, you know, or something, for a glimpse of 10 minutes of complete darkness or whatever, you know, just to be out there.
Right.
And when I brought up that story, sure enough, somebody in the bar was like, I went, I did it.
Yeah.
But then he turned out to be a scientist that works at Lawrence Livermore Labs.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
So that was nice.
Yeah, it seems like Oregon is like all the eclipse activity. Like they're always like,
Yeah.
Even this last one, like they were like in the, I don't know the zone that they call it, but they were in the eclipse zone.
Yeah.
It's like complete darkness. At least, you know, like in small portion of Oregon.
Probably is. I mean, historically, it probably is all the time.
Right. Yeah.
In other news, what was it? I saw videos that they were saying the asteroid's going to come.
Oh, I saw that.
An asteroid's coming. They have a date, and the odds are really high.
That will get struck.
Yeah, it's like a keyhole. It'd be like one of those games you play to get a prize.
Right.
It's got to be perfect, right? But then Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about how. Are you kidding me? We got people playing lottery.
Right.
They had tremendous odds of winning.
Right.
But still win. You know, so he's like, this thing could happen.
Right.
It could happen.
Yeah, good. Yeah, this is like the size of a city. I don't know how big of a city, but it's like city size asteroid. You know, I mean, I guess that's pretty big. So, yeah, I mean, we've had like asteroid like close calls before.
What did he say? Okay, so if this rock hits, it would land in the ocean. It would create like a 50-foot tidal wave. But then that tidal wave will keep recycling for like 40 times or something.
Dang.
Because like if the rock would hit, it would knock all the water out.
Right.
And then where is that water gonna go? It's gonna go back into the hole, splash back up. I guess it's like a splash, like a ripple effect. It's
Right.
like, just keep going on.
Dang.
It just completely wipe us out from
Ooh, that'll be nuts. Yeah, imagine like the material that's on that asteroid. Like, you know, I wonder what kind of material or like, I don't know, things that it's carrying.
The other person's probably thinking, there's $1 trillion in that rock.
Right.
We're gonna mine it, gold it, process it. We need the lithium batteries.
Right. Get you a battery for your Tesla. You know.
Yep.
Right.
What else going on in the world? We got no house speaker.
No house speaker. That's been
T. Jordan lost that shit show.
Yeah. But he lost it twice or once now.
Twice.
Yeah.
And the cool part is Hakeem Jeffries. His last name is Jeffries for sure. He's won more votes than him. I'm like, I feel like he was only like 5 votes shy of getting the nomination. I was like, that would be historic. Republicans had power but lost it to Democratic.
Yeah.
And they're trying to spin it too, saying like, well, McCarthy got ousted. We can't elect anybody because the Democrats aren't voting for this. So they're trying to blame the Democrats now.
Yeah, of
Why they
course.
don't have? I'm like, but you have the majority.
Right. They do have the majority.
Yeah, it's your guys' choice to make up this seat.
Right.
And you gotta turn around and blame it on the Democrats.
Right. You gotta blame someone. You know. Apparently they can't take the fault from themselves.
And then we gotta tread lightly on this one. Remember we got the Hamas war going, right?
Yeah.
Gaza,
Not that good.
Palestine. Like,
Unfortunately.
you can't choose a side.
Yeah.
I've learned what I've learned lately is the best thing to say is like we just want to call for a ceasefire.
Yep.
Right, it's the best thing you say
I know.
right now.
It's like,
You
yeah.
can't say I'm with Israel, I'm with Palestine. Either way, you're not gonna win. So it's like your best bet is to play neutral. We just need a ceasefire.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. We were just talking about this. It's a tricky conversation.
Right.
Because I was just saying, like, I have a friend. You know, his family is You know, some of his family is from, you know, he has family roots in Israel.
Mhm.
He's we have Jewish, and you know, I know someone who's from Palestine, so just like, you know, I mean, honestly, I feel like I don't know enough history to like really give my point of view. Regardless, killing human beings for whatever reason, you know, isn't right. You
Yeah.
know, and I know that some people aren't gonna like that. That saying that because you know we live in a world where you have to pick a side nowadays. So it's just
Yeah,
like,
you gotta choose your battles.
I know, yeah.
You can
So,
choose your battles. It's like,
so yeah, I mean, you know, it's an unfortunate situation that's been going on for years, you know,
a long time.
for a very long time.
Biblical times.
Right.
Yeah, this thing's been going on biblical. And that's the part I don't like about it. But you know what? It seems like it was religion. You know, in the past, it always felt like it was religion, or it was religion, and then it doesn't feel like religion now. It just feels like war.
Right.
It doesn't feel like we're, if you're a Jew or not, or a Muslim or not, or
Right.
Christian or whatever, you know. It just feels like war.
Right. For the most part. It's like, why do people have to be targeted for their religion or for, you know, their, you know, skin color or whatever? But that's how people are, unfortunately.
It's like the Ukraine thing doesn't feel like it's religion or skin color or anything.
Right. Oh yeah, no.
It's a land grab.
Right. That's definitely a land grab. For what reason? We don't know. It's like Russia. I don't know. I can't even, you know.
Russia's
talk
very
about it.
big country. You gotta
Russia-
expand your borders.
Right. Russia is fucking huge, and so why do they need to go to war with Ukraine? I don't know.
Yeah, because to me that would seem like what if America went to, oh, we want to expand our borders, so we're going to start a war with Canada.
Right.
Or Mexico.
Right.
Just-
It'll probably be Mexico.
Mexico.
They'd probably go. USA would probably go to war with Mexico. But then they know they can't do that because, you know, Americans, you know, love their tacos and guacamole and stuff. So, anyways, yeah, they're not gonna do that.
And the wall doesn't work.
It doesn't. Yeah. Oh man, there's that whole border conversation in Texas where they put like spike strips in the water to prevent, you know, immigrants from coming over. And like, what was it, like 500 immigrants were supposed to be arrested at the border or something? The governor of Texas wanted to arrest the immigrants who were.
Yeah, and then ship them over to
Right.
DC or Chicago or something. That's another strange thing. You know, like it's like a political stunt.
Yeah.
You know, you're not helping them. You're like, okay, you could have sent them back to Mexico on that same bus,
Right.
or back to wherever they may have came from. No, let's send them to Chicago.
Right.
The
Yeah.
gun violence capital of the world.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. Chicago's like the south side of Chicago is already pretty bad.
Yeah, let's send them there
Right.
and see if they still want to be in America.
Right, right. You know that's like what, you know, going back. That's like what the Nazis did to the
The
Jews.
Jews, right?
Yeah, they sent it to like a concentrated area, which was the ghetto, and like where they have to fight each other to survive.
Oh, that definitely falls back into that, right? It's like, all these Jewish people were displaced from Europe because of the war. Not that they weren't fucking in burning camps and slaughtered and gas chambers and the worst of the worst,
Right.
right? And then, so what did they do? Like, they gave them a piece of Israel, go back to their homeland.
Right.
And then you see memes about Native Americans and stuff. Like, okay, I feel like I'm in an occupied country.
Right.
If you want to put it in that perspective.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
for sure. Yeah.
Right, because there's reservations. They got their own police force, their own community. You barely see the government go in and intervene or do anything. They take care of themselves. In some
Right.
sense. Not in the best of ways, but so I don't know what to do. I mean, if I was in a position right now, like if you had the power, what would you do with Gaza or Palestine or whatever it is?
Yeah, I would do a ceasefire for sure.
You start with a ceasefire.
I would try to start with a ceasefire, you know, and I mean, you know, keeping in mind that America and the UK and a bunch of other countries back Israel, you know, we're calling for a ceasefire with that, be like turning your back on Israel. That's why I feel like.
Yeah, and then you just go.
Yeah, that's why I feel like, you know, Joe Biden had to go in there and say, you know, hey, like we're with Israel, blah blah blah. So yeah. I mean, you know, it'll be nice if people could just look at people as humans and like look beyond, you know, the religion, the race, and all that stuff.
I was watching this thing. It was Barack Obama. He's like, aliens could come to, let's say, because we already got sightings of aliens and stuff and things we can't explain, right now. So I feel like they're already here.
Right.
But so he was saying that even if they come and they show up, more than likely a new religion would be created.
Oh yeah.
Just to follow the aliens.
Right. Yeah.
And it wouldn't necessarily bring humanity together, you know, like for once we realize like we're all one on this rock spinning around Earth. Nope.
No. Yeah, I mean
someone's gonna make you choose a side in. Are you with the aliens? Are you with us?
Alienism. I mean, nah. Yeah, that's because like, you know, you would think that aliens come in and be like, all right, like we have to defend ourselves as a planet from aliens, where, you know, we don't know what kind of technology, we don't know, you know, they're from way out of space. But yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, if we're talking about there's aliens here already. Is like, you know, are we gonna stick together and, you know, if we have to fight like Independence Day? You know, against the aliens,
we're all going to come together,
right?
No.
Or you know, or is someone gonna nuke the world and just be like, hey, aliens, you know, get out of here, like the world is done, you can't take us or something.
Oh, a suicide mission?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, the American way, right?
Right.
Hit the kill switch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know, it's crazy. You know, thinking about like where the world will be in like 20 years from now, and like thinking about like the youth, like, you know, where are the kids going to be 20 years, 30, 40 years from now? Like, it's going to be completely different.
Like our parents and stuff, they grew up in like with Pearl Harbor and stuff, and then for me, we had 9/11, you know, the Twin Towers burning down. I'm like, something's coming.
Yeah, something else is coming for sure.
But you know, and like what, to spark another war, you know?
Right.
Because that's what I felt like 9/11 did. 9/11 just, as tragic as it was, right? It just created more tragedy. Next thing you know, we're in Afghanistan.
Right.
So like now, like with Israel and stuff, like where are we?
Right.
Where are we going with this? Right?
Yeah.
Even like and then the propaganda that goes on now too with news, you don't know what's real and fake.
Right.
Right? They say a hospital got bombed, 500 people died. There's no proof of the 500 people dying. There's no proof of which way the rocket came from, or whatever it is, right?
Right.
But the world's feelings are wrapped up in it quickly.
Right. Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Right? All of a sudden, protests around the world, and it was maybe it could be all propaganda.
Yeah.
Half truths.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, that's why, like, on social media, like I pretty much stay clear of it.
Right.
Because I'm just like, I don't know enough to really give my opinion.
I might make a comment like, Karen.
Right. Yeah, because like I was checking news sources when the hospital, you know, blew up, where, you know, there was an explosion, and, you know, like you said, like 500 people died. And so I checked CNN, 500 people. I checked BBC. I like BBC because they're European, and they're more straightforward in my opinion. And so with BBC, they were saying that 202 in between 200 and 300 people died in the explosion. So I'm just like, you know, it's just like, how do you? It's hard to determine, like, from an outsider looking at a news source, like, how factual this information is.
Yeah.
And there's a whole thing on, you know, X, formerly Twitter. You know, there's a
Yeah.
lot of propaganda on there where people just making up stuff, they just making up videos that aren't even real.
Yeah, right. People creating their own reality for whatever purpose, reason.
Yeah. Oh, there was a
unfortunately, it's not even for like profit. It's just for like likes and
right. There was
It's
yeah.
not even like what's the purpose of all
Right.
this?
Yeah. No. There was a video. They were saying that either Israel or Hamas or you know Gaza, they were attacking one another. They had a video clip. It turns out that video clip was from a video game.
Right?
It was from a video game. It wasn't even real. It was from a video game, and they posted the clip from a video game saying that this is what was happening. So it was just completely made up. So it's crazy what people were doing with information these days.
Yeah, because of I was laughing. You know, our unfortunate congressperson, Majority Taylor Greene, she used to claim Jewish people had lasers.
Oh,
and
yeah.
starting fires and doing other things, right? And so now the memes are, because Israel has their little Iron Dome, you know,
Yeah.
anti-missile system,
Mm-hmm.
and they're claiming lasers. They're shooting these rockets out to the sky with lasers.
What?
Yeah, but with majority, she said it was satellite lasers.
Right.
Now these are like lasers supposedly. I think it's just camera effects. Just you know, like you put your camera up
Right.
at night.
Mm-hmm.
There's a light explosion. You're gonna get a glare or
Right.
some artifacts or something.
Right.
But it does look like Israel's shooting down rockets with lasers and shit.
Wow.
It looks like it.
Right,
Like,
right.
What am I watching? Is it
Exactly.
real?
Right. Right.
Especially, unfortunately, I got a lot of news from my TikTok lately more than I get. Like, I'll get news on TikTok, and then sometimes I have to go back and verify it.
Right.
Like, I've got TikTok things that are like, oh, it was a major earthquake, and blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't know about that. So I go to my Shake app and be like, no, they're full of shit.
Oh, really? Yeah.
You know, like
I thought about the earthquakes happening in Afghanistan.
Yeah, and then no, Afghanistan's had some earthquakes.
Yeah, they had a lot of earthquakes like recently.
Yeah, but then there'll be some conspiracy that you know America or South we're causing earthquakes somehow. I don't know.
That's
Like,
it.
what was that? I saw that before. They were saying like, I'm in the conspiracy world now.
Right. For all the YouTubers
Yeah,
out there.
I'm spreading the madness.
Right.
Now, right? Instead of conventional warfare with bombs and everything else, that we'll just create natural disasters as a cover up. You know, whether it's a fire, a flood, or tsunami, earthquakes,
Yeah.
whatever it could be. Right? You're like, oh, it was a natural disaster.
Right.
200 people, 40 million wiped out.
Yeah.
And it was like, the whole thing was like, no, that was a satellite.
What? I mean, shoot. I mean, maybe. Like, I don't know.
It's not impossible.
It's not. It's not impossible without technologies moving these days.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. I would say to that like, you wouldn't blame a country for starting a volcano.
Right. No. Yeah. I feel like that would be like really hard to do.
You know, right? Or we create a hurricane that's going to take out America.
Right. that
typhoon.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe in like 20 years that might be a possibility.
Right. We seeded the hurricane. Or you know, just in another aspect of nonsense that's out there.
Right. Right. I don't know. We're moving in a really interesting direction as a planet, like as a people.
And then with the artificial intelligence, like
Oh, yeah.
AI,
Oh, yeah.
which I like it because of, you know, I had it on one of my keyboards. I had some AI on the keyboard, and I would play it. I mean, I'm not even playing notes. I was just playing, and it would play along to me and add, as if there was another person on the keyboard.
Wow,
You know?
that's great.
And I liked it because it gave more creativity, and sometimes it added to something that I didn't come up with it. You know, I didn't imagine it.
Right.
Or I wasn't working on it, but it interacted. So
Right.
I like it in that way.
Right. Yeah, I think that's how people need to look at AI, like as a tool.
Yeah,
You know?
it's just another instrument.
It's a tool.
Used to
Right.
move forward.
Right. I mean, will it replace jobs? Like it already is.
Yeah, it's
It
already there.
Yeah, it already is. But
We're filling the wall.
like, yeah, I mean, it's a tool. And that's what I'm telling people, like, get ahead of this AI technology. Like, you got to learn about it. You got to figure it out. So.
I was telling our friend Sam, he didn't like the AI so much, but I'm like, I was explaining to him, like, it's just another a tool in your arsenal of things you can do now. I was like, there was a time when you had to play the drums.
Right.
You had to play the piano and play these instruments, and now you don't have to. They're all on your computer.
Right.
You can have the full band and stuff. And you don't have to do all these things. You don't need 10 people to make music and stuff. And I'm like, and that's where like video and photography's coming in now. Like,
Right.
I don't need a whole photo set with lighting and everything. The computer will change the lighting.
Right. You jump on Photoshop.
Yeah. And now with AI is throwing in backgrounds. And,
Right. Oh yeah.
It's how you use it too. So is it more
Right.
artistic, or are you abusing it, or?
Right. Yeah, I think that's what people worry about, like people abusing the technology. Because I mean, historically that's what's been happening.
Deepfake.
Yeah, deep fakes with technology. Even social media. Deep fakes, facial recognition. It's like people. There are people who do like, it's in particular like companies. They're really good with getting away with it because they put things in their privacy policies and things like that.
What was the thing I saw was what are we gonna do when AI steals your identity?
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
Because you can't even verify yourself without a fucking cell phone now.
Right. Yeah.
Who are you?
Right.
What's your cell phone number?
Right.
Send you a text code.
Right.
To prove that you are who you are.
Right.
Right.
But it's
like
because it's also a problem because like these companies they now have like your contact information.
Yeah.
Which that can be bought. I worked at a company where we like people on different levels of marketing. They would buy contact information to do direct marketing to people. And so you could, all these companies, they have all your contact information. Like AI in the future will probably steal your identity.
Oh no, yeah, you have to give up some information just to get a loan or any financing, right? Like you're giving up your whole this is me, this is who I am. Like damn your DNA.
Yeah, for the most part.
And then
who has your DNA? Apple.
And then you agree to it because you're like, I need a loan, I need some money.
Right.
And next thing you know, they're selling your information on to the next person.
Yep.
Right? Because they're like, oh, we can't help you out. I'm sorry. And then next thing you know, you're getting text messages from, emails from somebody else. You're like, what the fuck? I didn't even contact you.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
We're willing to work with you.
Right.
like who? What? I'm like, I don't know if I'm being hacked or being sold.
Exactly. I keep getting the spam texts about my UPS package is at the warehouse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
dude, I got that message today.
I get a lot of junk email.
Yeah.
As much as I block it, that shit still comes through.
It still comes through.
Yeah,
they find a new way to get to you.
And what I don't understand too is like I will block a phone number or a message and then I still get the voicemail. I'm like,
right.
You didn't block the call.
Right.
Why am I still getting the voice message? I can still read and hear the voice message.
Right.
But you're telling me you blocked that call.
Right.
I don't know if you noticed that.
No, yeah, I've noticed
iPhone.
that. Yeah, no,
It's
well,
an
also,
iPhone.
yeah. So I noticed that also,
I'm
like,
like, I blocked these motherfuckers.
yeah, or like,
I could go to block messages. I'm like, wait, I blocked you, so why am I getting the message still?
right, yeah, or it's like
Like fucking with me.
yeah, or like I'll get a spam call and they'll like hang up right away, and then
Yeah.
send me. I have like a 30-second like voicemail. So I mean, you know, is it a real person? I don't know.
Your car warranty expired.
Right.
I'm like, I don't even own a car. Or what else was I was getting stupid shit all the time. Like, yeah, I get the package thing where you're like, your Prime account's about to split right
Right.
now. I'm like, I don't have a Prime account.
Right.
And I get I get all kind of things like, someone tried to log into your Microsoft account, and I'm like, I don't have a Microsoft
Right.
account.
Someone tried to get into my Hotmail.
Yeah, and they're sending me these messages like I'm supposed to verify it or something.
Right.
The phishing, that's what they call it. Phishing.
Yeah, fishing. That's what it's called.
I'm on a fishing expedition.
Right. Yeah, trying to catch a salmon.
Go catch one.
Yep.
Catch me if you can.
Yep. Wait, what? I think that was a movie too, right? That was a
Mhm.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Leonardo DiCaprio,
Mm-hmm.
he was forging checks and ID,
Yeah. I mean, it kind of sounds like we were talking
role
about,
playing.
right? AI role playing,
Yeah.
forging checks.
Now it's cryptocurrency.
Yeah. But at least
I
like,
can't believe how much money is floating around there in the crypto world. They're just like
yeah.
to scam people easily.
Oh yeah. It's pretty bad.
Oh wait, you got into the NFT, right?
Yeah, I got into the
NFT.
Yeah.
They didn't go.
It did, yeah. The entire
NFT sounds like no fucking tokens.
right.
That'd be the new.
Right? No fucking tokens. Yo, that whole
Almost got into it.
yeah, no, that whole industry just died. It's done.
It's done.
It's done.
Ouch.
Yeah, I paid my first NFT I paid over $400 for it.
You bought one or
Yeah,
you created one?
I bought it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had to pay like $400 to mint it.
Ouch.
Yeah. And so so
I mean, you could spend $400 easily.
Oh, yeah.
fucking shoes and fucking sweatshirt.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, I paid $400 for it. Like a couple of times, some people tried to buy it from me for like over $1,000.
And you slipped.
Yeah, I slid. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna sell it because I saw what happened with
You're
board
trying
game.
to play the long game.
I know. I was trying to play the long game, and then like that project just got pulled. Like it got rugged, and like the team just left, and
Mhm.
that was it. I couldn't do anything about it. So
I think that way about some businesses sometimes, right? You like, why do businesses like you get into business and then you get out right away? Like it's a short game. I'm in, I'm out. I'm not trying to play this long game and make it a fucking family heir.
Right.
They have me down to my great kids or
Right.
something.
my dad was a farmer. I'm a farmer.
Yeah, and then some people are like, we're in, we're out.
Right.
Like, it's just a short game.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel like the cryptocurrency is being like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially with working nowadays, like it's almost normal for someone to just like work at one company for like 6 months and then just leave to another company.
Oh, currently?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I was like, I was from the generation where if I had a job and I'd been there for fucking years and thought I was doing something,
Right.
I was like, well, I had a job. It was stability and
Right.
it might have worked out on home loans and financially, like, oh yeah, he's got a steady job and
Right.
he's going there for
Yeah.
But it was a long dead end to nowhere.
Right. No. Yeah. For sure. It was like people were just like, yo, like people would stick with the job for like 20, 30 years.
Easily.
Nowadays, it's-
Time would go by.
Right.
What am I doing?
Right, and nowadays it's like you stick with the job for like 6 to like 2 years. Max. Like after 2 years, you're like 10 years. There's like 2 years is like that's I mean it's
Is that
not
how you feel about it now?
right. I mean yeah, because
Is
everything
that how the market, the job market is?
It is because like everything moves so fast.
Right.
Everything moves so fast now. And like I was chatting with a friend. I met up with a friend yesterday. He lives in LA. Yeah, like pretty much like the whole Bay Area job market, because you know tech was really big out here. But like, you know, all those tech companies, they moved to like Austin, Texas, Colorado.
Tax breaks.
Right, tax breaks. You know, even Tesla moves to Texas, and so it's just like the whole job market in the Bay Area is like it's pretty much gone. Like no one cares about the Bay Area. Like everyone's focused on LA or New York City, or you know now Texas or Colorado. But you know no one like there's no job market in the Bay Area anymore.
I believe that only because like I was driving to Campbell for 3 months, and I would pass Tesla every day on fucking Fremont on A80. We'd drive past Tesla, and they got the factory, the offices. There was like 3 locations, I think. And then I'd see all these chip manufacturing companies, you know, the hard drives. Anyway, I don't want to. The SK2 or something. Anyway, so
okay.
I go down there to Campbell, and even the damn place we're building, right?
Right.
It's called the Silicon Valley Hospital.
Right.
I'm like, I don't see it anymore.
Right.
I don't see Silicon Valley.
Right.
You know, and they're still like living off that name brand. And I'm like, I don't see it anymore.
Right.
It might be there, like there's a couple of large buildings and some things going on. It wasn't necessarily in downtown San Jose, which has grown to me. It's fucking bigger than Oakland's downtown.
Yeah.
As far as buildings, but I didn't see it.
Right.
I was like, I was down there, like Silicon Valley.
Right.
I'm like, I'm not seeing it.
Right.
Heart of it.
Right. Yeah, I feel like the whole Silicon Valley thing is like it's pretty much done. Like it's kind of like it was kind of like the NFT market, where it was like it was hot. I mean, you know, granted, like the .com boom, like back in the '90s or whatever, and then but like the whole Silicon Valley thing is just like
I'm surprised Twitter or no X.
Oh, X.
I get used to the stupid X thing.
my ex.
Which would have probably been inappropriate like 10, 20 years ago.
Right.
20 years ago, he couldn't use X.
Right.
You're not Malcolm X.
Right. Yeah. yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
I didn't
X
think-
was like a different meaning back then.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't use X back then,
Right.
but now here we are. And I'm surprised he hasn't moved this office out of downtown,
Right.
complaining about the liberals and
Right.
the city. And,
Right.
You know, like I'm moving X to Texas.
Right. All my exes in Texas.
Yeah, right. You know that song.
Right.
You know that song? That was one of my first karaoke songs. I was at my first karaoke I went to.
Yeah.
My uncle sung that song. All my exes.
Yeah.
in Texas.
Hey, you know that might be a fun, you know, marketing strategy for Elon Musk. Move X to Texas. All my exes in Texas. I don't know.
Does he have the Model X?
Elon Musk?
Yeah.
Model X?
The car?
Yeah,
Does he have
yeah,
the Model X?
yeah.
He's got to move it to Texas.
Yeah, you got moved.
He's got to move it to Texas.
Right.
Even the company I worked for, it was originally Century Theaters. They were out of Larkspur. Right there was the home office.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 2006, they trying to sell the company.
Mm.
I wish Disney bought us. Disney came by. Fox came by. A couple of big studios came by. But in the end, it was Cinemark.
Mm.
And they bought Century Theaters, became the parent company. And they're out of Plano, Texas. Nothing going on there but tax breaks.
Right.
That's the whole reason they're there.
Yep.
Because they get the tax break.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, man, there's sometimes I'm like, if I could live in another state and not pay sales tax or pay taxes or income tax or any of that bullshit, I'm up for it.
Right.
Right? I'm there.
But it's like, where else would you want to live? That's
at the
hard.
same time, those places got no permit, no carry laws. You walk around with a gun. You know?
Yep.
It goes both ways.
Yeah.
Or or smog. Now there's no smog. There's
Right.
no smog check. You can run your car however you want to run it.
Right.
But not here.
Right.
Think Gavin Newsom's running for president? I think so.
I think so. He might throw his hat in like late in the game, but no, you don't think so?
Oh no, like he's
Oh,
going
yeah.
in.
Oh yeah. Okay.
He's going to Israel tomorrow.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
Dang.
I'm like,
All right. Hey, if he's going, then
yeah, I'm like, he's on the presidential path.
Oh yeah, he's definitely running, man.
If he doesn't go this year, he's going the next round.
Right. Because like the presidential
I'd
election.
vote for him.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. So the election will be next November. Presidential election.
A lot can happen between them.
A lot. A whole lot. We saw that in the last election.
Yeah, we'll see if Trump goes to jail or Biden throws in. I don't know.
Oh yeah. You know.
One minute Biden doesn't look good, and the next minute he's like, your grandpa just still going.
Yeah. Grandma just woke up from a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got the bike crew again.
Oh, they're back.
Yep.
I don't know.
Playing like Cage Amada.
There you go. Now, did they make it over the full bridge?
It looks like it.
Like, did you go all the way or did you come back?
Yeah, it looks like they probably made it over the full bridge. Based on how long they were riding, they probably made the whole bridge. Yeah.
Okay, we'll call it a night.
Nice one.
All right.
Hey,
Cheers.
Cheers.
What episode was that?
Hot topics.
Yo, that was that was good.
What episode was that?
31.
Really?
I
Yeah.
think we'll go with 31. I don't know if it's Paul or not. Paul's. So let's see what Paul brings back on location.
Yeah.
But either way, he wasn't here for 31. That was
Yeah.